Yo, MC DeathOfAFatMan, drop a funky beat. Let's talk about sex for now. To the people at home or in the crowd, it keeps coming up anyhow. Don't decoy, avoid, or make void the topic, cause that ain't gonna stop it. Now we talk about sex on the radio and video shows. Many will know anything goes. Let's tell it like it is and how it could be, how it was, and of course how it should be. Those who think it's dirty have a choice. Pick up the needle, press pause, or turn the radio off. Will that stop us, Pep? I doubt it. Alright then, come on, spin. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. My name is Matt, and I've been single since November 1st, 2000. Yes, that's right. I've been single for almost 9 years. Let me break it down a bit more. To follow along, you're going to have to take a little bit of a ride with me. I apologize if I seem like I'm getting off topic, but I promise I'm making a point. My relationship ended the day after Halloween in that year, and it ended in an extremely poor way. Very bad, but I'm not going to go into details. Instead, I digress. At that time, I weighed about 330 pounds. Although I did fall into a deep depression, I didn't start eating bad and overeating for comfort. I actually had very little to no money, so I couldn't really afford to overeat anything. I was just happy to eat. I pretty much shut off the entire world. I didn't talk to friends or family. I just kind of went reclusive, and that included not having any sex whatsoever. So as I got my emotional state back in order, I put sex and relationships on the back burner. I'd say after 3 to 4 years, my weight now being 340 pounds, I really felt it was time to come out of my shell, get back out there and try again to find somebody to be with and to, get laid. The thing is, I didn't have high confidence, and it had been so long. I went out there and I tried talking to girls and stuff like that, but you know what happened? Every single time, I end up in the friend category. That's right, I made a phenomenal friend, but girls were just not interested in me in that way. Now, yes, a part of that is my size, obviously, but there are other factors that played into that, I believe. Though I did have a few sexual partners during that time, it wasn't really any kind of a serious connection, and it was usually over pretty quick. So after a bit of time, I had a bajillion female friends, and relationships, 0. Fast forward, my weight's now 360 pounds. Insulin resistance has just started to kick in. Over the course of the next 6 to 7 months, I drastically gained weight, ending up at about 410 pounds. And that is where I stayed with my weight until September of last year. My confidence was at an all-time low, but my desire to be in a relationship and to be loved was at an all-time high. Unfortunately, these two things really don't mesh very well together when you're trying to find somebody. Again, a few sexual partners, nothing to write home about. I really wasn't sure what I was looking for, it just, I was looking for some kind of affection, some kind of closeness to somebody, but I just wasn't finding. So something was definitely missing, and a lot of what was missing was really what was inside of me. Also, when you weigh over 400 pounds and you're trying to have sex, let me just tell you something. Your options are kind of limited. You know what I'm saying? To avoid cardiac arrest, really generally the guy, the person of our size is bottom, and, you don't really want to throw anything out. It's a nightmare. I'm sharing way too much information about that. September comes of last year. Diabetes hits. I'm at 440 pounds. I begin my journey here on YouTube. I keep going and I hit the marker of 350 pounds, and suddenly I have a moment of clarity. I understand what I've been doing wrong. I delete my online match accounts, and I realize something very profound. Number one, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. Number two, The reason I haven't been able to find a girl is because I have not matched what I'm looking for in somebody else. See, who I am and who I was has been buried in all this fat. But I was still looking for somebody compatible to that me that wasn't showing, that was hidden, that's been hidden. So how am I going to find somebody that's going to be attracted to that part of me when all they can see is the mushy facade? Now, this is not to say anything about people being shallow and stuff like that. Now, granted, I'm sure there are plenty of girls out there who are shallow. I know there are, just like guys. And that was a large part of why I had a problem in the past getting relationships. But those few that really stood out that I became friends with, it's because I wasn't yet compatible on the outside as I was on the inside. And that's a very important thing. So as my journey continues, I'm slowly courting myself. I'm slowly trying to fall in love with myself, deeply, truly love myself. And when that day comes, I will have absolutely no problems finding that one that I want to share my life with and enjoy my adventurous, crazy activities with. Now, one final side note, I will also mention this as a little perk, a little incentive to those of you out there, of you guys out there that are a bit heavy set. Now, okay, if you're not a fat heavy guy, you might want to cover your ears. This may be too much information for you, but for you guys out there, as an incentive, I'm going to tell you this. The more weight that you lose, the bigger he gets. That's right. In two ways. One, you lose weight, so more of him shows. He's accessible, so the appearance is bigger. Number two, as your metabolism and your fat, your metabolism increases and your fat decreases, you have better blood flow. You have better erections. You're better in the sack. So that should be major incentive for you bigger guys out there to want to lose weight. Okay, everybody else who's covering the ears, you can come back now. It's safe. It's safe. Okay, I'm done talking about what I was talking about there. So I ask you guys to ask your questions, to leave your comments in below or in a video response. Let's talk about this, because relationships and sex are an important part, an important dynamic, and everybody is different. Everybody's different. So of course what the five of us here in this channel go through isn't going to be the same as everybody out there, and we'd like to reach as many people as we can. So please give your comments, your responses. We'd love to hear from you. That being said, it is Tuesday, June 19th. Tomorrow, Natasha will finally be back after her break and our break last week. It's good to have her home. We've missed her. She's wonderful. And so tune in for sure to see her. And on that, I bid you adieu. Have a healthy one.